Hello everybody, what's up? Welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about how I got into Hex and why I've been doubling down on my position with Hex. So if you don't know about Hex, obviously it is the #3 cryptocurrency right now on nomics.com. Of course, you can't find it on CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko in the top 3 because the different sites don't really figure out the market cap the same way. Okay, so but basically you can see here Hex is 32 cents and it is up about 19% today. So that's a pretty big jump. If we take a look, it's kind of had a little bit of a dip here. And I think the reason why it's on a little bit of a dip is basically because we had this crazy big run up here from, you know, like just a couple cents basically from about 2 cents all the way up to like 50 cents just in the matter of a few months. And of course, with something that big of an increase, it was due for a correction. Okay, now there's the reason why obviously this major hype has been happening is because of the news about PulseChain. So, but anyways, today I'm going to be talking about how I got into Hex and basically my plan going forward and why I'm still very bullish and why I'm considering for my content making mainly Pulse and Hex content. So if you're someone who likes Pulse and Hex content exclusively, I would ask that you subscribe and hit the like button because I'm thinking about doing some live streams for Hex dedicated, just straight up becoming a Hex live streamer. Um, I've been in cryptocurrency for quite a bit of time. When I got in, it was around the end of 2016, before the 2017 bull market. Obviously, Bitcoin was a few $100s then. Hex didn't even exist then, and Ethereum was. I remember when I got listed on Coinbase, it was a couple dollars per ETH. Um, and so, but basically, when Hex came out in 2019, this is just going to be my story basically. But when Hex came out, we were still in a pretty heavy bear market, and it was the first bear market that I personally have been through. I went through the full bull market of 2017. 2018 and 2019 were very tough for me because it was my first bear market and I didn't know what to expect. And um, there was a lot of people that were losing money in different things in cryptocurrency in 2017 when you had all the ICOs going on, other high risk cryptocurrencies, and there was other scams out there, right? And I fell for some of them, like many people did. Basically, when Hex came out in 2019, I heard some rumblings about Hex, and I was not an avid Richard Hart follower back in 2019. Obviously, I've heard of him. I was in 2016 and 2017. He was a well-known, well-respected person among the Bitcoin community. And so I have heard of him, but I wasn't an avid follower of him. I didn't know about his plans to launch Hex. And when I did see a video of him talking about wanting to launch Hex, and I tuned into it, and it seemed very complicated at first, and I didn't have enough time to go through all the information. I think he did like a 3 or 4 hour live stream and very in depth, very technical. And at the time, in the bear market, I wasn't bullish on a lot of cryptos, and Hex was something that there was a lot of FUD around during the time, and it was just people were very careful with their cryptocurrency in 2018 and 2019 because of the bear market and because of what happened, following 2017. So Hex was considered to be very high risk. Of course, all of cryptocurrency is high risk. That's the disclaimer down below, but there was people out there, a lot of people out there calling it a scam from the beginning and all that. And so, I didn't get in the very beginning. I knew about it. I followed many people who did get into it. It didn't pump like crazy, I don't think, in the very beginning. And, it was pretty cheap, right? Hex was pretty cheap back then. When I got in, basically, was when fast forward, right? If we fast forward through time now, I didn't get in early on. I didn't get in during the AA phase. I knew about it. It was very complicated with as far as using the Uniswap. Nobody was really using Uniswap or decentralized exchanges back then. Those were only things people even talked about back then, but nobody really used them back then. We didn't have DeFi back then. Okay, Hex was really pretty much one of the first DeFi projects out there on a decentralized exchange, and many people, I mean, there was barely, anywhere, it was very few places you could get Hex, and you had to go through a lot of hoops to get it, and basically I just didn't want to go through those hoops, spend all the time learning about it. But anyways, fast forward now, the reason why I got in was because of PulseChain. Okay, obviously, when I first heard about PulseChain, I don't remember who I heard it from, but I was very excited about PulseChain and I liked the idea of it because the Ethereum gas fees suck, and I like using fast blockchains that are cheap. I like the Binance Smart Chain, and so I think Hex could be very, very good. And on PulseChain, I mean, I think PulseChain could be very good. And so once I got into PulseChain, I started doing the sacrifice, and then basically, that caused me to start watching Richard more. And when I started watching Richard more, just by default, I started learning more about Hex, started exploring some of the Hex content on YouTube, and then very quickly I got bullish on Hex. Started buying Hex, and I haven't stopped buying it till this day. Since the end of the sacrifice, I've been pretty much buying all the time, every day, pretty much since the sacrifice ended. It's the only thing I've been really buying, right? So yeah, so the reason why I've been buying Hex is because I think it's going to be great long term. For me, Hex is an amazing cryptocurrency because it allows me to be able to hold and not have to worry about the prices. Me personally, I've never been very good at holding cryptocurrency and not selling or trading or buying and all that kind of stuff. I would always want to just sell or buy whatever. I wasn't good at holding. So Hex for me, when I could just stake it, once I'm in, and I can't do anything with it. So it forces me to hold. And that's really why I like Hex, and I think a lot of people getting into cryptocurrency, that aren't comfortable with very high volatility, once you're in Hex, basically, you're in for the ride. If you do a 2, 3, 4, 5 year stake, you can't get out, okay? And that's a good thing because, people make mistakes. They sell too soon, they buy too late, whatever. So, I see massive growth as far as Hex being that, people buy it, they stake it, they lock it up, the price goes up. There's a lot of big community around it. So, this is the reason why I've been buying Hex. And I like the fact that I'm in it and I can't get out of it. Some people look at that as a negative, saying, "Oh, you can't sell if you're staked." That's good, okay? Because the best thing you can do in cryptocurrency is just leave it there and don't sell and don't do anything. And I wasn't good at that, even though that's the best thing you can do in cryptocurrency. So Hex makes that very simple. And for new people getting into cryptocurrency, it teaches them that they don't have to check the prices every single day for Hex because they're staked for 2, 3 years or whatever it is, and they know that every single day they're getting paid with Hex, no matter what, right? So, anyways, that was my story on Hex as far as how I got in. Basically, I knew about it since the beginning, and there was a lot of FUD back then, and then so recently when PulseChain came out, I definitely got into PulseChain. I've definitely seen all the gains that people made in Hex, believed in Richard's vision a little bit more as time went on, and it kind of Hex proved itself over time, right? Then it gave me more confidence to get into PulseChain, and then, like I said, learning more about Hex after PulseChain really got me excited about Hex. And so if you want to join Hex, there's a link in the description for hex.com. Here you can buy it with Ethereum or USDC. And basically, you can go ahead and go to the staking page and start staking your Hex. Obviously, if you've already been around, you already know this. But the interest rates are very good in Hex, and that's another reason why I like it too, because I've been looking for something, that has a good interest rate, and Hex isn't ridiculously high, paying you thousands of percents that are unsustainable, and it's not paying super low either, like a like a savings account in the bank, right? It's kind of right in the middle, and that's where I like it. It's just very consistent with the payouts every single day. I get paid with Hex. So this basically is my whole story on how and why I got into Hex, why I've been continuing to buy it, and why I really am considering just doing some Hex live streams. So let me know in the comments if you're looking. I mean, I know there's a lot of live streams out there for Hex, and so there's definitely a demand for it. And yeah, it's pretty much one of my biggest holdings in crypto right now is Hex, and soon to be PulseChain. And there's not. I mean, I'm in BNB. Right, there's not a lot of other cryptocurrencies that I'm really into. So but anyways, this video has been going on pretty long here, so thanks for watching, everybody. I'm just, stay tuned for more Hex and PulseChain content. And I just wanted to give you guys my story on how and why I got into Hex, why I've been continuing to buy, and why I think Hex is going to continue to be a great product moving forward. So thanks for watching. Have a good day.